So, we don't want to have sex with someone that we blame for losing ourselves. Often in relationship, we don't know how to hold on to who we are. We don't honor what we want to do. We don't honor our dreams. We don't stand in the truth. We don't say no to things we don't want to do. So what happens is that then it shows up as we don't desire them. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't desire my partner anymore. When we first started dating, I really wanted to jump his bones at all times. I love jump his bones. Everyone should be jumping bones all the time. I really wanted to jump his bones all the time, and I was really attracted to him. Throughout time, I don't know what's happened, but there seems to be distance between us. And when I look at him, I don't really have any desire for him. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with me or we're just not meant to be. Should I look elsewhere? Should I leave? What's the answer? Oh, wouldn't that be great if I just had the answer to everything? Here's the answer, do this. One, I would say never look for someone to tell you what to do, because it's always about either we're looking for something to validate what we think we should do, and it's just their opinion. So this is just my opinion. And here's what I do know to be true for the most part, 99.9999% of the time. And that's that when there is something between us intimately where we used to desire someone and now we don't, it's because often there's other things living in the lack of desire. So, we don't want to have sex with someone that we blame for losing ourselves. Often in relationship, we don't know how to hold on to who we are. We don't honor what we want to do. We don't honor our dreams. We don't stand in the truth. We don't say no to things we don't want to do. So what happens is that then it shows up as we don't desire them, because why would you want to have sex with someone that you blame for not allowing yourself the freedom to be who you are? And so that can often happen where there's this beautiful experience in the beginning, and then over time, the desire lessens. The other thing is that we often turn towards sexual issues. The person who has the sexual challenge, like I have no desire, or the other person can't get an erection or can't achieve lubrication or whatever it is. We often, as the person who has the issue, we internalize and experience shame, and we believe it's all on us. But when we turn towards sexual challenges as couples challenges, where both of us are turned towards it, rather than it's this thing sitting in between us, and then the one person holds a lot of shame and the other person is waiting for it to be fixed. But all experiences are co-created. That's so important to pay attention to. That when we turn towards it like that, there's a removal of shame, and now we have teamwork, and we're like, how do we tackle this? Now, in the other place where desire lives, I've seen this happen a lot with couples where there's pain. There's things that have happened in the relationship that have not been cleared. Like if there's things getting in the way of intimacy, it's not just sex. Sex is so much more complex than just sex, and desire is so much more complex than just arousal. It's that there's so many things that go into that. The dance of intimacy is all the little things we do. It's the little moments. Now, if we feel like we're not being heard, seen, we're not safe, we don't feel like they acknowledge us, we don't feel that they're connected to us, we're not going to want to have sex with them. This is why learning about sex, learning about intimacy, and really diving deep into the understanding of it and your relationships is so powerful. But I gotta tell you, when I see the subject of sex, what I see is people are so afraid of it. They don't want to explore it because, one, there's so much shame associated with sex and the conversation about sex and intimacy. And two, we don't want to admit and acknowledge that we actually don't know a lot. We actually don't know a lot. And we're often afraid of the things that really turn us on. We're afraid of what we might discover within ourselves, that we might like to get peed on, or we might like something really cool and funky. We might like to wear masks. We might like to role play. We might like to do a lot of cool shit. Whatever that even means. And that's important to explore. I have a book club that starts on Monday. It starts this week, and it is with Dr. Alexandra Salmon's book called Taking Sexy Back. And it's such a phenomenal book. It's such a phenomenal opportunity to have this ability to educate oneself on all the things that influence us sexually and relationally. And that's when we ask about why have I lost desire, you see that there is so much complexity to that, especially in the things that we've been taught as men about sex and the things that we've been taught about as women about sex. And this book is primarily written towards women. There is a chapter that she wrote just for male partners or anyone who identifies as male in that relationship. And it is such a fantastic book. And I have to tell you, as a heterosexual male reading it, I love it because it allows me more opportunity to see into the window of what shapes a female's mind, what shapes their experience sexually. And especially if you're in relationship with women, read this book, participate in the book club. Oh my gosh, it's so important because anything you can learn about someone else's world will just make the combination of your worlds so much better. So I hope that helps. Really the answer is dive deep and figure out what's in the way. And the answer is sign up for the book club because it's going to be bomb.